I'm seeing red, 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 red. Uh-oh. Hey crew, welcome back to Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker, and it gives me great joy to bring you the seventh and final installment in my series, Red Light Special. This has been a series throughout the course of 7 episodes where I explored the intermingling of sexuality and spirituality for your viewing pleasure. So, in this final installment, I am going to do my best to wrap up the loose ends of the symbols that I actually sprinkled throughout the series. If you recall, I introduced you to certain divine feminine energies and a couple of divine masculine energies. Well, in this sensual healing final part of the series, I'm going to try to see how these energies match. And these energies could be applied to the relationship that you are currently finding yourself in, or the relationship that you are manifesting in 5D. We all are, to a certain extent, manifesting our reality. And those of us who are more conscious of spiritual aspects are able to manifest their love connections as well. So my aim and hope with this series is that I get you inspired, I get you to dream, I get you to fantasize and to be confident enough to manifest the best possible love outcome for you. So, I have a choice today for you between 4 different movies. These are all movies that deal in some way, shape, or form with paranormal symbols. So, we have here for group 1, Penny Dreadful. For group 2, we have The Witcher. For group 3, we have Stranger Things. And finally, for group 4, we have a full-length movie called Midnight Special. If you didn't have a chance to watch these movies, I strongly suggest that you take this isolating quarantine, but even holiday time, to try to get in touch with them. I'm sure that you're going to enjoy them if you enjoy the occult. Okay, guys. So I always get a little bit emotional, especially when I need to wrap up a creative project. I do want to thank you so much for enjoying the series, for interacting. I feel that we've grown by leaps and bounds. It's been amazing. Almost every pick a card reading that I created in the series was also accompanied by a giveaway. We reached so many subscriber milestones, and I'm really thrilled. I'm a bit silly with endings. I don't really like them. I get a bit emotional and fussy in general about them. But I will do my best to try to provide you with a really interesting synthesis of the sensual healing that happened for you throughout the series. So, my loves, I'm sending you so much light. I'll see you at your pile. Bye-bye. Hey, group 1. Hello, my loves. How are you? I'm sending you so much light. Wherever you find yourself in the world at the moment, I hope that the holiday period is going to be deeply replenishing and blissful for you after what has been considerably for all of us a pretty tough year. I'm filming this during the new moon in Sagittarius, so there is a kind of feeling of abundance, prosperity, good luck, and goodwill in the air at the moment, and I genuinely hope that you will benefit from it at the moment. Thank you so much as well for all of your comments, all of your participation in my giveaways, for just the joy and the light and the love that you guys are spreading. I'm sending you so many blessings, and I hope that you will be safe and that you will have a very smooth transition into 2021. So you find yourself in the final part of my installment, Red Light Special series. Today we're going to be looking at sensual healing. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you just stumbled upon this video randomly through YouTube's algorithm, then hey, I'm super happy to have you here. I'm Lexi, your local light worker, and I'm doing a series regarding the intermingling of sexuality and spirituality. So this is the final episode, so feel free to go and watch all of the series from the beginning until this final moment, because some of the things that I'm mentioning, especially regarding the divine masculine and divine feminine choices others have made throughout, will resonate more with you if you have watched the previous installments, okay? So I'm super happy to divinate for you today. Let's dive right into it. This is for those of you that were drawn to Penny Dreadful. It's a really beautiful series starring Eva Green and Josh Hartnett, amongst many other people like Timothy Dalton as well. But it's about a witch falling in love with a werewolf and their impossible love story. So I highly recommend you guys watch it. It's fantastically well written. So let's find out first, before I dive into your sexual healing messages, what are the divine feminine and divine masculine archetypes you have selected throughout the series? So, wow, okay, guys, we start off really well with Bridge. Okay, so this is the goddess of the eternal flame, and her affirmations are, I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. And if you remember, we paired Bridge with Goddess Aphrodite, okay, the goddess of love and pleasure and prosperity. So we have the coupling of Bridge and Aphrodite, and now let's match them with the divine masculine. So let's see. Wow, gorgeous. So we have Shiva. This is the Lord of Transcendence, and his affirmations are, rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. And we matched him in a previous session with the hunter, right? So track down your fears and desires. So this is your divine coupling, your love for the person that you have on your mind or for the person that you are just about to meet, to manifest, is under the rulership of these beautiful divine influences. So these don't need to be you and your person. They can be if this is how you choose to see this energies, but this is more about the forces that are going to bring you guys together, the forces that are helping you live out your sexual feelings for one another and your romantic feelings for each other as well. These are the divine kind of energies, if you want to call it, the goddesses, the gods that you can call upon and you can summon whenever you're having an obstacle in your connection to help you go through it. Okay, so it's kind of like my humble intention with the series was to give you guys spiritual protection and just to give you a primer as well to what kind of goddesses and gods you can turn to whenever you're kind of finding some blockages in your higher order spiritual connection. Okay, good. So now let's see what cards I have for you, what oracle and tarot cards I have for you, now that we are under the rulership of such beautiful influences. So we have here Death, Scorpio energy, major arcana. Oh wow, Judgment, Pluto. This is like double Pluto, double Scorpio energy. Major arcana as well. Samadhi, perfect acceptance. I'm kind of hearing rolling with the punches. So I feel like you guys have been through a lot. What is healing in this connection is a feeling of retreating, escaping, needing to heal in privacy and solitude, away from each other. Cardinal Moon, be bold and make the first move. I feel like a romantic renewal is just about to be manifested in this connection. And it could be that if you work with the energy of this new moon in Sagittarius, under the edges of whom I'm filming this video, I feel that something remarkably beautiful is going to take place in your connection. Talk about it. Movement number 29. We see here a white horse. White animals are always a good omen. And finally, the overall erotic aspect that is healing for you in this connection is magnetism, like a moth to a flame. So you guys might have genuinely lost the capacity to attract one another. Or this is for those of you that are feeling a little bit low on confidence. You could be feeling as if nothing ever happens to me. I only attract dubious people. I only attract low vibing people. Maybe alcoholics, drug addicts, people that are a bit sleazy or slimy. I don't understand why. I feel like there's this dark cloak over my head. But this is what's healing for you in this period. So with the judgment, all of a sudden you're having a wake-up call. You could have just woken up from a dream that got you a bit in your chills, made you a little bit feverish. Maybe you had a dream that was really, really strong. You saw a spirit animal. I'm getting like a black crocodile or rats with pink eyes. I have a feeling that you might have had almost like a nightmarish scenario in your dream. And as you woke up from it, all of a sudden your unconscious rewired itself. And I feel that you know better what to do in this connection. You know better how to proceed forward if you are already in a sensual connection with somebody, or you know better how to manifest from a place of empowerment rather than fear if you are single and you're looking forward to meeting someone. Animal spirits will play a very big role in your sensual healing. We have here the white horse movement. To me, this gives a sense of the chariot card. So even though it didn't pop up in the tarot cards that I pulled for you, I do have a feeling that things are moving forward, but they're not galloping. The horse is simply mildly sauntering, if you want to put it like that. I am getting a sense of self-consciousness. I feel like I need to measure my words and kind of hold myself back with your energy in this pile. There is a sense here that you might have retreated. I feel like a lot of you really welcomed the sense of isolation, the feeling of being in quarantine, in a sense, gave you the space and the permission, that's the key word, to rest, to think about whatever has happened to you in your life so far. So you've been doing a lot of individual healing. Do you see this beautiful light? It makes me think of a firefly. So the reflection from the candle into this card makes me feel that there's something magical manifesting for you right now. And if indeed you kind of gave up thinking that, oh my goodness, what is happening with me? Why do I attract all this bad luck and love? Well, you are under the protection of Bridge, the goddess of the flame, and Aphrodite. I'm kind of getting a sense that Bridge is also, you know, the feminine aspect of Archangel Uriel, who is the protector of the divine flame. It also imparts knowledge. So to a large extent, this passion for life is also a passion and a thirst to acquire as much experience and knowledge as possible so that you can grow and progress. And I feel like you've been doing this quite well on your own. Pluto, Scorpio energy. You guys could have a very powerful moon conjunct Pluto or moon in Scorpio. They manifest in the same way. Or you could be a sun in Scorpio or a sun conjunct Pluto. Yeah, you could have Pluto in the first house, Pluto in the ascendant, North Node in Scorpio, or Venus conjunct Mars conjunct Pluto. This is very strongly I'm getting a message for my generation, the millennials, right? Pluto and Scorpios. We are so deeply misunderstood, but at the same time, we're able to have phenomenally intense and erotic, passionate encounters that unfortunately have little stability to them. So we could be in an age at the moment where a lot of people are having lots of intense, passionate, exciting sex, but the commitment, the stability is lacking. Or even if you are attaching yourself to someone as a millennial, you might find it as if you're experiencing a strong case of FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. You're feeling as if the traditional confines of a marriage could be trapping you. But this is only for some of you. Others of you are on the outside looking in, thinking, oh, I just keep attracting one-night stands, but I definitely want to have a committed, intimate partnership with somebody that is able to love me, mind, body, and soul very deeply. So it's kind of like extremes. And I actually made the camera tremble by moving my knee into it. So it's kind of like forcefully moving from one extreme to the other. But I think that at the moment, during this period of rest, quarantine, retreat, lockdown, you were able to work on balancing your divine feminine with your divine masculine energies. Aphrodite with Shiva. I think this is also meeting not only femininity with masculinity, but also higher consciousness and bodily pleasure, physical good looks. So you're able to reconcile the two. No longer do you need to be too focused only on physical looks as a means to attract your partner, but you've also managed to meditate, to think deeply about everything that has happened in your life, and to create a meaningful synthesis of everything that has happened so far. I feel that a lot of you are able right now, it was 12:22 when I looked at the recording time, your first synchronicity. A lot of you in this solitude, in this space of retreat, were healing your fears. You were able to face your fears. You were able to look deeply at yourself, at the things that you did wrong in personal connections, not only the things that other people have done onto you, but you're able to kind of rise up to your responsibility in a situation of love or sex where you might have had a part in the breakdown of that connection, or the fact that it didn't move up from the ground, the fact that it didn't develop into a long-term connection. So I feel like you guys have been deeply analyzing everything from Aries season since April, since the first wave of lockdowns happened throughout the world. I feel like you've been growing by leaps and bounds. You've been marrying your feminine energy with your masculine energy. So this desire to be like a strong rock for yourself with a beautiful emotional chaos. So you've been kind of going through all sorts of ups and downs emotionally, but you were able to ground them, and you were able to distill wisdom from whatever it was that happened to you. So you are finding yourself that at the moment, in spite of all the darkness, in spite of this dark cloud that you feel has been hanging over your head, kind of making you attract unsavory partners, I feel like you're understanding that your light is growing brighter. A lot of you woke up to the consciousness that you're star seeds or light workers or white witches, and you're really making use of these extrasensorial abilities that you might have developed, you know. I feel like you've been practicing enhancing your intuition, you've been reading up, you've been practicing with spell work, you've just been in a state of accepting and giving in to the fact that you are special. There is something uniquely divine about you. You've been co-creating with spirit, and because you decided to let go and to accept who it is you really are, and not be ashamed of your soul imprint and of your occult personality type, you're rising, your vibration is rising, you're healing ancestral wounds, you're reconciling opposites, you are making a very complete whole image of yourself in pure, sheer beauty. So you're also rising into your confidence because you're feeling more in tune with the vibration of your soul. And as you're rising into your confidence, you're better able to know what steps to take further to progress yourself on this beautiful sexual, romantic, and spiritual development. I feel like your body might have changed as well. I feel like a lot of you lost weight. You dropped the heaviness because to a certain extent, adding on weight to ourselves is a protective device. It kind of says, I am not safe in the world. I need an extra layer of fat to protect me from the cruelty of the world. So that is just one of the ways in which we can understand the spiritual meaning behind the wounds of adding on additional weight onto us. And we all go through these periods in our life where we shed weight or we put on more weight. But I think for you, this weight is an indication of the spiritual shifts that you've been going through. You've been able to deal with your emotional baggage and drop it. It's a very 10 of Wands kind of energy that I'm getting at the moment. And at the moment, because you're dropping that weight, it's kind of like you're polishing your aura and you're making it more magnetic. You're making it vibrate. Almost like, you know, when you have that auto-tuning fork and you kind of tap it onto a table and it starts to vibrate and it makes that really beautiful sound like ding. I feel like this is how your aura is at the moment. It's starting to vibrate at a higher vibration, almost like a pillar of light, like a pyramid that unites all of the 4 elements into one complete aspect of itself. I have it here. I want to show you, right? So we have here, these could symbolize the 4 elements or the 4 directions: north, south, east, and west, water, earth, fire, and air. But the beautiful thing about pyramids as a shape, and that's why the Egyptians loved them so much, is that they bring everything together into one and then projected onwards to the divine. So what it is firmly grounded here on earth and super stable, 4 of Wands kind of energy, is able to propel itself up to the divine. Almost like a space rocket that is discovering the cosmos. And as it is going through all of the layers of the atmosphere, it is dropping parts of itself, right? Until it just remains as a tiny capsule that is lightweight, going through the universe to photograph it, to collect data, and to explore it, right? So I don't know, I felt really inspired to say that to you guys. So I feel that you're finding out that at the moment, your passion is nothing to be afraid of. You're not supposed to be ashamed of yourself. You are attracting these negative and savory people because on some level, you weren't completely healed. You were ashamed of how sexual you are, how magnetic you are. But I feel like at the moment, and I hope this series, if you've been watching it from the beginning, is helping you gain more confidence in yourself. You're understanding that it's beautiful to be passionate, okay? You no longer need to feel so repressed. Do you see how in the Judgment card, she's just completely like naked and open and spread out, part of nature. And this is something beautiful. It's not something to be ashamed of. You see the white doves, right? And also number 4. So emotional stability, in the realization that you are a sexual being and there's nothing to be ashamed of. You are loved, you are appreciated, and there is something beautiful about the fact that you are a sexual being. It's connecting you with fertility, with this wellspring of creativity within yourself. It's connecting you to an enhanced vibration, magnetism. You are attracting at the moment not only a very strong romantic partner, but you're also attracting at the moment opportunities for prosperity, for abundance, for growth in your life, right? So if you've been keeping yourself small and trapped in fear and shamed and guilt, I feel that very strongly, like a Phoenix rising moment, a Scorpio kind of theme. You're understanding that you're beautiful, that your sexuality, your body has worth, that there's nothing to be afraid of, there's nothing to be ashamed of. And feel free to use everything, like the polar opposite of Scorpio is Taurus, and Taurus is all about the felt, the experience of being in your 5 senses, and it is ruled by goddess Venus, goddess Aphrodite. Venus rules both Libra and Taurus, 2 of the most attractive, beautiful signs of the zodiac. So feel free to allow yourself this judgment moment, this awakening of your spirit, this awakening to the realization that you are powerful both spiritually and sexually. You don't need to separate between your body, oh God, your mind and your body, okay? Mind and body, modi. Oh God, we constantly keep creating new words on my channel, okay? So this is the modi complex, mind and body, right? So you're rising into the realization that both are important, both are valued and wonderful. And I think there's nothing that you can't create during this period. The more you let go of the shame, the guilt, the cultural inheritance, the restrictive gender norms that you were brought up in, the more you understand that it's not about necessarily how other people judge you, but how you cage your own body and your own feelings into the prison of your mind through exercising a far too harsh control on who it is you really are and in the way you define yourself. The moment you realize that, that is the moment when you are able to let go and accept yourself fully for who you are. And that is the moment when, without manifesting fear, you are going to start attracting erotic partners of a higher vibration, partners that generally want to build something with you, partners that see you as a loving person, a person that is worthy of love. This is it. This is your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm feeling so calm. I hope I can transmit this wave of calm and relaxation towards you. It was 22:02, the recording time. That was your significant synchronicity. Thank you so much for watching the series. If you haven't watched the series and just enjoyed this episode, thank you so much for listening. Feel free to follow me at MS Bontemps. Make sure to look at the goodies in the description box below. I have a twin flame erotic novel if you want to take home something from this Red Light Special series and keep it as your own. Yeah, I'm sending you so much love, and hopefully I'll get to see you in my next video. Bye. Hey group 2, hello my darlings. I'm sending you so much light. I genuinely hope that you are safe and protected wherever in the world you find yourselves. Hello new subscribers. I'm so happy that you're joining my ever-growing crew. We are reaching milestones upon milestones, guys, in terms of how fast you are subscribing to my channel. This is the final installment in the series Red Light Special. We're going to be looking at sensual healing. And yeah, I mean, it's been a journey. I'm just so happy to be creating these readings for you guys. I'm also a little bit sad that it's the final episode, but it's okay. We're gonna work through it. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the Witcher group. If you've been following the series from the beginning, I sprinkled some symbols there regarding your divine feminine and divine masculine paths. Well, let's find out right now. How do they match? So you might have chosen in a previous reading Isis, the goddess of magic. Her affirmations are: sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. I love that idea. Pleasure as prayer and prayer as pleasure, right? Beautiful. It's so liberating from how we traditionally understand the act of praying as just a duty that is devoid of pleasure, but it can be so beautifully sanctifying. And then we also have here Oshun, goddess of forgiveness. So you might have previously chosen this combo of goddesses. Well, let's find out who are the divine masculine counterparts to these beautiful energies. Oh, gorgeous. So you have here the shapeshifter. And this is saying transform and unveil your gifts. There is this sense of blooming and expansion happening here. And also Kernunos, right? So in the reading I put out yesterday, you might have chosen Kernunos. And this is the spirit of the forest, life force. His affirmations are: express your driving passion, sensual and sexual powers are increased. Ooh, you are on fire with both Kernunos and Isis here. I feel like this is such a powerful energy. It's like you're super sexual. I'm not sure how free you are with expressing this energy, but I'm just here to let you know that, oh my God, wow, firecracker. So we also have here a really beautiful kind of undertone to this energy, because with forgiveness and shape-shifting, you're also highly adaptable and flexible. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what oracle and tarot cards you have. But all in all, I'm getting a sense of almost kind of like being a divine creator, a divine It's almost like you are manifesting karma and dharma through your body, through your words. To a large extent, we all are, but I have a feeling that there is something highly sensual about you. It's kind of like you're meant to have many different relationships. You're meant to experience a lot of physical pleasure in this lifetime, and you're also meant to have quite a large family. That's kind of what I'm getting. So let's see the cards you got. Wow, talk about having a lot, right? The Empress, Taurus energy, abundance, prosperity, fecundity, fertility to the max. The Empress is this kind of divine goddess that whatever she touches grows, you know? Maybe like you buy a plant and the plant sprouts 3 other tiny plants in a short amount of time. Maybe you make a tiny investment and all of a sudden you find yourself with a lot of money. Maybe you spread some love to another person and all of a sudden there's a positive vibration in your entire office or in your entire family just because you said one kind word or one loving gesture. You have the capacity to spread out like a forest fire this kind of abundance feeling, prosperity. I feel like you are also able to turn on your partners just like that, you know? Very hard to resist you. We also have here the 9 of Earth. Yeah. I mean, this is the card in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot that shows a woman that has it all. She's, you know, carrying her falcon in her beautiful, resplendent garden. Here we have a schoolgirl that is kind of leaning over some houses in Venice, and see how tiny this man is compared to her enormity. And her like light garb is kind of showing the potential here for her to be very fertile. So wow, some of you could already be pregnant. You might be watching this and thinking, oh, it's just a pick a card reading, but I'm here to let you know, for a specific group of you out there, you might already be pregnant or you're about to get pregnant. We also have here number 22, so your significant synchronicity is number 22, the number of cooperation, collaboration, and union. And we have Orenda, and the affirmation is, honor your mystical creative force. Mystic. I have a feeling that if you were to take up Wicca, you would be excellent at healing people from sexual wounds, from sexual obstacles, and helping with love spells especially. What is healing for you at the moment in your personal connections? It's a feeling of anger. You might have felt like life has been stinging you lately, but I'm here to just let you know that your stinger is being healed and you no longer need to use it. It might have been a period where potentially people tried to take advantage of your prosperity. People might have belittled or made fun of your capacity to just be sexually empowered. People might have misunderstood you. Maybe they thought you are a cheap date, or you know, just something that they can have for one night and then drop, you know, and they didn't realize your worth and your power. And I feel that there was almost like a veil of magic placed around you. You might have even felt that you were hexed or there was something strange happening, because I feel you guys are very aware of your beauty. You know, you're very kind as well, very forgiving, very sweet, but you might have been feeling like, what is happening around me? It's like people don't perceive me as I perceive myself. And this is mostly because the universe was testing you. It was testing you to try to help you heal that part of yourself that was still doubting your capacity to create beautiful sensuality, to create prosperity, to realize and finally step into your magic. So there was one niggling doubt there, and the universe decided to create misunderstandings and powerful misperceptions, if you want to call them, so that you will just be very revved up and rise into this passionate understanding that, no, you know, I am very worthy of good treatment. I am not just a toy, you know. My sexuality does not have to be considered dirty. You know, I am empowered by my sexuality. I am magical. I am full of life force, and I want to create, and I want to look good while creating, and I want to be sexy and attractive, and I want to inspire strong sexual feelings in my partners and give them pleasure. So this is what's healing for you at the moment. But it was a very loopsy-daisy kind of way that the universe was trying to help you rise into this understanding. It had to anger you so that you rise into your self-worth. So if there were any disappointments, if there were, I'm getting a sense that you guys might have felt that you were in a twin flame connection and it turned out that no, you weren't. So there was a sense of a false twin flame, or you might have felt like you were waiting out for somebody that was married and was telling you, I'm going to leave my partner to be with you, and that never happened. So you kind of realized that, you know what, I need to stand in my power, I need to stop being used, and I need to give back onto myself so that I have the energy and the sexual stamina to create. I feel a lot of you really got into techniques to enhance your self-pleasure. So you could have been much more aware of masturbation. You could have tried sex toys. You could have tried manual masturbation, all sorts of things, enhancing it in a variety of different ways, with music, with scents, with sounds, with textures. And in this way, through giving yourself pleasure, you've been creating a little bit of sexual magic. So you've been manifesting a lover or a potential better partner by thinking about this person and visualizing them as you were reaching an orgasm. Yeah, so that's how you can manifest by using sexual energy, guys. You can think of a person that you really, really want in your life, and as you are coming, you can say their name or think deeply about them, because it's kind of like you're sending that powerful discharge of energy that is created when we have an orgasm. You're sending it to that person, okay? I feel like a lot of people might have, maybe you have a very strong media presence, and a lot of people might have done the same to you. So you might have felt like waves and fluctuations in your energy throughout the day, or you might felt tingles throughout your body. And that's because people were genuinely self-pleasuring themselves thinking about you. So you have a very powerful energy field around you, and you should never be ashamed of it. Rather step into it and just wear that crown, queen. Wear that crown, okay? This is such a, it's an opposite energy. It's much more stable, much more grounded, much more confident, and less dramatic than pile 1, who had a lot of Scorpio energy, a lot of darkness. But your group has Taurus energy, so it's exactly the opposite. 11-11, as I said that. So you guys are able to just manifest things by being tranquil, by being forgiving, by allowing things to happen. And I feel that you're, yeah, see, so all of a sudden I had a bubble of air in my throat. Taurus rules the throat. The erogenous zone of a Taurus is the neck. So I have a feeling that you're healing that part of yourself as well. Maybe people put you down through the arguments. Maybe they came at you in a very Knight of Swords kind of energy, hot and fast and very critical. And I feel like you felt like you couldn't defend yourself, but now you're healing that aspect, yeah? You're honoring your beauty, your power, and I feel like some time had to pass for you to process your anger, to let it go, and to realize that you don't have to prove anything to anyone. You are just yourself. You're gonna keep doing you because that's who you are, and that's beautiful. So another aspect that is healing for you at the moment is the one of thinking that you're part of a star-crossed group of lovers. It says here, I will find you, okay? So yeah, indeed, I do feel that you guys might have been under the misapprehension that you were in a twin flame connection, but you were actually in a connection with somebody that might have been a bit narcissistic or manipulating, or kind of stringing you along, breadcrumbing you. And it gave you the feeling, the realization of this aspect about them, gave you the feeling like your chances in love are star-crossed. but they're not. They're star amplified, okay? The star card in the major arcana is such a harbinger of hope. And I do feel that because the star card represents Aquarius energy, as soon as Jupiter will enter Aquarius, you will let go completely of this feeling that you're somehow not able to find your soulmate, okay? You are able to find it. You are genuinely manifesting your soulmate through the sheer power of you resting and giving to yourself, pleasuring yourself. I feel a lot of you are also healing this understanding of the fact that you can do less and attract more. I feel like maybe some of you are heavily into your masculine energy. Kernunos to me is also very Capricorn-minded energy. So you might have been a bit workaholic. You might have felt like, I need to do a lot in order to push my life forward. I need to take control of it. I need to do because, you know, fortune favors the bold and those that move and do a lot. But right now, this year, 2020, put a spanner in the works and it got you to dive deeply into your Empress role. And now you're understanding that you can manifest from a place of rest. That you can just plant seeds and then take a step back and take care of yourself, beautify yourself, enjoy your life, listen to music, eat good food, take enough naps. And as you're doing this, things are growing, you know, just like the plants in your garden. All the seeds are sprouting. You don't have to stress and overwork yourself. And I feel that this is what's happening to you romantically as well. You're healing sensually this understanding that you are not star-crossed in love, okay? You are not unlucky. It's just that you've been doing too much and you haven't been allowing the seeds to sprout. You've been tampering with them too much, but now they're sprouting. You finally understood that you need to just let them go. You're also forgiving. Forgiveness is giving you such a deep feeling of, like, almost like I see this image of a ground that is becoming moist and it's becoming fertile and all sorts of tiny plants are springing up from under it after a period where the ground was cracked and parched and overworked. So I feel that there is water flowing through your land, through your earth, right? We also have here a personal issue reaches resolution. So we have full moon in Cancer, and this is together with, whoa, lust. The next sexual encounter you will have, or the next sexual and romantic connection you will establish, will be with an individual that is both emotionally nurturing, highly intuitive, Cancer energy, but is also incredibly lustful. Do you see this? And I have a feeling that you're not going to hold back. The next relationship that you're going to have, now that you're rising into the awareness that you're such an Empress, that you are this beautiful Isis energy, you're going to take the bull by its horns, Taurus again, and you're just going to tell this person, I want you to be mine. We see again the neck, right? So how she's kissing his neck and kind of feeling quite possessive over him. So I have a feeling also with the crab claws, right? Very protective. I have a feeling you're going to want to protect and nurture your romantic connection. You're going to be more declarative. You're not going to hold back. You're not going to put your pleasure on hold. You're not going to put the connection on hold anymore. You are going to express yourself. No more ghosting, no more hesitating, no more backtracking, right? So in a way, you are the one that is taking control of this bad luck. You are the one that is bringing dharma into your love connections, right? Yeah, as I said at the beginning, it's kind of like you're a dharmic generator. You are creating your own rewards in this lifetime. I'm getting a very strong sense of Jupiter and Aries. Hey, yo, my fellows Jupiter and Aries. Yeah, you're creating your own rewards, your own pleasures, your own romantic connections. You are a masterful creator, primal, impulsive, fiery energy. But here's the thing. You might have been overdoing it in terms of work, in terms of professional material success. And that's where the universe had to throw a spanner in the works to stop you from focusing so much on your career achievements, because you've already got those in the bag. You know, it's okay. You are provided for. I have a feeling that you are the pile with such gorgeous, like, Nine of Pentacles and the Empress energy. You're financially okay. You know, you're not doing as bad as other people during this year. But at the same time, your capacity to initiate, to take charge, to be the leader was wrongly placed only in the area of your work. So the universe kind of helped you, you know, switch gears a little bit. I'm getting a sense that it helped you switch gears in a way that you didn't quite enjoy it. It was quite surprising. You might have had a tower moment. That's why the anger. That's why you need to let it go. But ultimately, you're making peace with this because you're realizing this had to happen. You had to focus on your romantic and sexual connections as well. Because you were, as I said, you were planting seeds, but you were messing with the earth. The earth was dry. It needed water. It needed your attention. It needed you to just relax, rest, get into this beautiful, creative, feminine energy. You replaced the yang with the yin. And now this yin is kind of like multiplying everything in your life, in your surroundings. And I feel that you're genuinely astounded at how much forgiveness and letting go of the anger is helping you reach deeper prosperity. I feel like you are genuinely shocked at how you're doing less, but you are earning more, or you're achieving more, or you're winning things, or you're just magnetizing people towards you. And you're thinking, how is this possible? I'm not doing anything. Well, it's because you are resting and you're spiritually aligned and relaxed. So spirit can come through you and it can give you hints and intuition, because you are doing things, but it's just you're not doing them with the pedal on the gas as you used to do them before. So this is your sensual healing at the moment. You're rising into the understanding that I can delegate, you know, I can do a little bit and it will actually bloom, to almost like a painter, like a watercolor painter, where you just put a splash and then you allow the color to dissipate and meet the water of the other color, and so on and so forth, and they create a pattern themselves. So you allow the discovery to happen, you allow things to flow, but you are in the center of that flow, like a flow master. This is what's healing for you, and it's so beautiful. That's why you have the shapeshifter energy around you. Neptune, I feel that the transit of Neptune and Pisces is really significant to you at the moment. It's helping you learn how to let go, how to forgive, how to connect with a higher force. And thereby you're becoming more creative, more intuitive, even as you are letting go of control. Yeah, letting go of the anger, letting go of doing too much. So you're rising into a renewed life force, one that is sexually creative and expansive, and it's helping you manifest even as you sleep. Okay, I feel like a lot of you who are in a higher order connection, you're very close to a moment of union with your twin flame as well, because a personal issue reaches resolution, right? So I'm so happy to be giving you these good news. This is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, look forward to this, yeah? Claiming your partner. Don't let them go, don't let them escape. You are the Empress, you are worth it. Okay? So that's what I had for you, group 2. I hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching my series. And if you haven't, you've just stumbled upon this video through YouTube's spontaneous algorithm, then thank you so much for watching this. I hope it will entice you to watch all the other ones. I created them with so much love and inspiration for you, and I hope you continue to enjoy them, okay? I hope to see you in my next one as well. Bye. Hey group 3, hello my loves, I'm so happy to have you here. Hello new subscribers, welcome to the family. Hello returning subscribers. I love you guys so much. Thank you for subscribing at a speed that is faster than I am able to put out the giveaways for you. Because as you guys know, whenever we reach a milestone, I love to give you a free chance to win a free reading with me. So you guys are amazing. I just wanted to send you lots of light. Hopefully you are protected, you're feeling safe and cozy wherever in the world you might find yourself. So welcome to the final installment of my series Red Light Special. Today we're going to be looking at sensual healing aspects about yourself or about the love connection you might find yourself in. So if you follow the series from the beginning, you know that I sprinkled some symbols regarding the divine masculine and divine feminine archetypes throughout the entire series. Well, today we are going to see how these match together. So this is for those of you that were drawn to Stranger Things, a gorgeous series. I'm sure that you guys are familiar with it. And if you're not, then please go and binge watch it on Netflix. Super entertaining. You won't regret watching it. Okay, so let's see what your divine feminine energies were to begin with. So if you chose this group, you might have chosen previously Lilith, the first woman. Her affirmations are, I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. And if you remember, we paired her up with Laka, the Hawaiian goddess of love. Yeah. So we have here Lilith and Laka, love and primal fire, primal intensity, and also fierce independence, because Lilith was and is considered this strongly independent woman archetype. And now let's see what the divine masculine counterparts to these two gorgeous goddesses are. Of course, the warrior. So we have here be fearless and stand strong, together with Mercury, open communication. His affirmations are, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. So this is the divine pairing. These are the gods and goddesses that you can call upon to help you remove obstacles in your current love situation, to help you heal, help bring about union with your twin flame if you are on the twin flame path, or to help you manifest fresh, new, beautiful, nourishing love in your life, if this is what you're looking towards. You're really lucky because you have this loving energy together with this standing in your own power kind of vibration, and also getting a weight off your chest, so open communication together with courage and fearlessness. You seem like to be very favored by the gods at the moment, group 3. So this kind of makes me feel that a breakthrough is happening. You're about to experience a deep, deep breakthrough in your life. Whether this is about your personal healing, your capacity to open up again, to trust other people, your capacity to give yourself freely to somebody that you love, or whether this is about you've been in this connection and it's been proving to be really, really difficult. Well, I'm here to let you know that the difficulties are going to stop very soon and you're about to experience something more pleasurable, more harmonious. And as I'm saying this, I feel the need to shift my weight in my chair, which is a clear indication that the energy is shifting as well. So let's see what tarot and oracle cards you got that pair up very beautifully with I just realized right now that you have more cards than other people, which is strange. You need to watch group 2 because 2 cards from group 2, the Empress cards, the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles, infiltrate themselves into your pile. So it's so strange because I actually removed the pile earlier. Watch group 2 as well. There's an additional message for you there, for some of you. Okay, so your cards are, it's all good, number 18. So in case you were doubting yourself, love, your path, I'm here to let you know that it's all good. You have nothing to doubt. The North Node, follow your North Node. This is the point in our charts that show us the direction that our soul wants to travel on in this current lifetime. So this is the active dharma that we are creating based on solving and working through our karmic debts. It's complicated. This is number 11, so manifesting central. Another aspect that is healing for you on a sensual level is your capacity to seduce. We have here seduction, and it says sultry secret whispers. You guys might have been in a liaison with a person that had to keep you hidden. This is for some of you out there. For others of you, you're waiting on a person that could be in a connection with somebody else, and you are waiting for that breakthrough moment. Maybe you're waiting for them to leave the partner that they are with because you know that they're unhappy in that connection. You're wanting them to strut towards you. That could potentially be the breakthrough energy that I felt at the beginning. But there are many layers to this, because with complicated here, I'm driven to say that this is about something much deeper. Let's find out. Four of Chalices, Four of Cups. This is the card of missing out on an opportunity because you're far too focused on what's in front of you rather than lifting up your head to the skies and realizing that, hey, I can find better, I can dream bigger, I can grab an opportunity in a completely different direction. It kind of makes me feel like when you have two bad choices, instead of making a choice out of them two, you can think about a potential third alternative. So this is about dreaming an escape hatch into being. Let's see, let's dig deeper. This card always makes me laugh because look at this, it's like kind of like porno Thumbelina, you know, like she's so tiny and she's hanging on to this dick. So yeah, we have here strength. The situation required you to just plant your feet firmly in the ground and declaring, I will not budge, I will not be moved, I will not be silenced, I will not be pushed to the side, I will persevere. And guess what? It's paying off, because whatever you're going through at the moment, romantically, sexually, and sensually, it is doable. And we have here, the key is within your grasp. I also think that this is an indication about encouraging you to please yourself more sexually, to give yourself the orgasms and the sexual pleasure that you might be expecting from other individuals. So what is happening here? Give me a second. Impenetrability. It's very hard to understand what is happening. Mostly because I have a feeling that there are walls erected, either between yourself and the world, if you're single, between yourself and your past. So instead of dealing with the wounds from the past, you decided to raise a wall of protection, and you're not wanting to deal with that. You're thinking that the past is over and done with, you're moving on, but you haven't integrated the lessons from your past experiences. This is why you have the warrior spirit together with Lilith. You need to not boldly grab people and force them into your love life. You need to face yourself. You need to boldly go where no person has gone before in your love life. And I feel this is meeting your shadow self. With Lilith here, you need to apply your strong capacity for analysis, logical analysis, Mercury. This governs over Gemini and Virgos. You could be a Gemini or a Virgo, or have these in your 7th house. So you could be an ascendant in Pisces or an ascendant in Sagittarius, which would make you very passionate and creative, very loving, very fired up. But you might not have taken enough time to sit down with the baggage from your past and work through it, organize it, cleanse it, sort through it. It's kind of like not airing your dirty laundry out in public, you know the saying, but it's about putting your dirty laundry in the washing machine and giving it an emotional spin cycle like it never had before. This is what the encouragement is, to step out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is pressing down stubbornly on your feelings regarding certain people. And I feel that you're pressing down on you feeling defeated and sad. You might think, no, that person did not harm me. I walked out first. I decided to cut the contact, you know? So one part of you wants to take responsibility for what has happened in personal connections, but another part of you is kind of like, you are very intuitive, and it's almost as if you feel when a partner is ready to break up with you, so you break up with them quicker to save your ego. So instead of actually 1111, your significant synchronicity. So instead of actually allowing the connection to lead to a conclusion that may be painful, but it might help you grow and develop emotionally beyond what you've experienced so far. And I said experience in a very strange way. I don't know why. But I have the feeling that you guys need to also learn to make fun of yourselves. You've been taking yourself too seriously, and you haven't been taking others seriously enough. That might trigger some of you out there. Maybe you're going to start ranting saying, no, I've suffered so much. But think about it. A victim mentality becomes toxic in time if you don't deal with the root cause of what makes you feel like you're a victim. Be very mindful of that. Be mindful that you don't end up becoming toxic to the people around you because you're feeling poor little me, you know? You're not poor and you're not little. Not at all. No, my love, you're not. The indication that I have here is that you are incredibly strong, and it's all good. Everything that has happened in your love life so far, in your sexual and spiritual development, was meant to happen, first of all. And second of all, it was meant to push you into this self-analysis phase that you have been pushing to the side. You're just like, no, I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather rely on my physical attributes. Maybe you're very beautiful. Indeed, if you have an ascendant in Pisces or in Sagittarius, really attractive. But at the same time, this capacity to exercise your sexual and seductive capacity onto other people has been blocking you from truly getting deep into your feelings. So let me see if I can create a synthesis that makes sense. You have to analyze your love life. You have to logically sit down with yourself, very truthfully, very open and honestly, reassess everything that has been happening in your love life. Draw a list with pros and cons. Write down the details of all of the relationships you have had so far, even one-night stands if you had those. If you didn't have a sexual relationship, write about the crushes, the connections, the people that pull you in. Write about your mother and your father archetypes. How do you understand maternal energy? How do you understand paternal energy? Do you feel like you embody those? Why? Why not? How comfortable you are with femininity, how comfortable you are with masculinity, how comfortable you are with spirituality. Do you tend to make fun of it? Are you running away from it? What about sexuality? What kind of feelings does it provoke in you? Is it arousal to the point where you find it uncomfortable? Is it shame? Do you tend to judge it from the perspective of a religious upbringing or a certain cultural bias? Work through every layer, and you're going to reach yourself. You're going to create an awakening within yourself. But you have to be very bold, and you have to be very fierce, and you have to not pamper yourself. You have to think, well, in that situation, I was indeed being a bit of an asshole, or I was indeed, asshole applies to both genders. The way I use it, I think that it applies to a variety of different gender identities. I don't think it only applies to men, for example. Yeah. I make fun of myself sometimes as well. And I do realize, yeah, that situation, I was being a bit of a dick, or a bit of a pussy. And you need to do the same. You need to understand where you've been working really well. Like in that situation, I demonstrated emotional maturity. But then in that other episode, I could have been bolder. Or maybe I could have expressed myself more clearly. Okay, well, knowing this, I can now proceed forward in the following way. So doing the self-analysis is going to help you understand what is it that you want. Because I have a feeling that what needs to heal within yourself, within your psyche, is you need to break down the stronghold that has been erected around your ego, and erected in more ways than one, right? You've created a very strong ego to protect yourself, but now you have to break it apart by using your very strong capacity to analyze. And you need to see how there is this beautiful egg inside a square, where you need to take the square away from the egg so the egg can roll. So you put movement back into your life. Because you've been manifesting things that were harming you, mostly because you're manifesting from a very chaotic place within yourself. So free the egg, so that it can roll again, so that it can remind you that everything is good. You are good, you are lovable, even if you made some mistakes in love, even if you clamped up behind your ego. It happens, we all do it sometimes, especially when we are dealing with a lot of stress, especially when we're feeling attacked by other people, criticized, misunderstood. And I feel that this is your path, or has been so far. But unlocking your love life, healing yourself sexually, is within your grasp. You hold the key. You are the key master. And it's not helpful to wait for the person to come and unlock you. It's not helpful to wait and think, I need him or her to give love to me, and then I will feel healed. You are love. And you need to be able to pour love onto other people so that they can pour it back onto you. That's how it works. It's energy. It's the same way in which you get up in the morning and you pour your energy into your work, and you get back an income as a reward for your expanded energy, time, and effort. It doesn't work if you don't get up in the morning and pour your energy. It's the same with love. It doesn't work if you're locked yourself behind your ego and threw the key away, hoping that somebody else can find it. But people might not even know that you locked yourself, or they might not even know how the key looks like. You're the only one that knows. So go and fetch that key and open yourself up to love. And it will manifest. I guarantee you 100%. This feels a little bit therapeutic, but I understand. I get you. This also feels like it's mirroring some things back to myself. I have a very strong stellium in Sagittarius, as you guys know. I kept saying this throughout the series, and it's a lot about, not hiding behind the ego of the higher mind. It's a lot about facing feelings and going deeper to the end of them, refraining from intellectualizing them, but just feeling them and allowing them to exist. And thereby you allow yourself to exist. Step out of your comfort zone, because when you step out of your comfort zone, you land, guess where? No, not in nothingness, not in a pit of despair. You land in your growth zone. And that's where magic happens. In your growth zone. So the more you embody this fearless archetype, Lilith is the one that strongly realized that she's a highly sexual being, that she has problems with authority, with giving in to Adam, with being his romantic servant, basically. She did not want to live by his side. She decided, I'd rather be on my own, which is a scary thing to do. Because you're wondering, will somebody love me? Will somebody see me? But at the same time, she did not want to compromise her authenticity. And she faced her nature. She faced her strong sexuality, her strong libido. She allowed that to carry her, no matter what other people around her might have said. So I have a feeling that you're marrying at the moment this need for you to be a sexual being with your soul. Because for a very long time, they were separated. And Lilith is here to remind you that you are the voice of your body and your soul. You're not just a seductive temptress or charmer. Yeah, you are also a person that has feelings, that you need to get things off your chest. You are a warrior. A lot of you are light warriors, spiritual warriors. You have to stand up against dark sentinels, those creepy, depressive moods that come over you from time to time and pummel you to the ground. And you have to work yourself up, both physically, emotionally, and intellectually. But you can do it, and you can deeply access a wellspring of love within yourself. You can start to feel love, imagine it, and then it will manifest in your environment. So then you will have both a sense of optimism and a sense of hope and love, together with your enhanced capacity to attract and seduce people. You wouldn't just be sexy but cold. You will be sexy and warm and spiritually attuned. That's the balance you want to strike. And you can be sexy and warm only if you deal with your feelings. Only if you acknowledge them and face up to them. That's what I had for you, Pile 3. Whoa, whew. I hope this helped. I hope it brought you some light and some healing and some clarity. Feel free to follow me at ms.toms for more on Instagram, for more analysis, inspiration, words of guidance. Yeah, and I hope that you've enjoyed the series. If you've just watched this episode, then I hope you've enjoyed it. If this might have enticed you to watch the whole series, please have a look at it. I created it with so much love for all of you. So I hope it helps. And I hope to see you in my next one. Okay, I'll cut it short. Bye. Hey, group 4, how are you, my loves? I'm sending you so much light. Welcome to the final installment in my Red Light Special series. We are going to be looking today at sensual healing. And if you follow the series from its beginning until now, you might have noticed that I sprinkled some divine feminine and divine masculine symbols throughout. Well, today I'm gonna wrap it all up in a synthesis for you. I'm gonna help you understand how they match and what is the energy that you can go forward, what you can take from this series, or at least what I hope you can take from this series. I genuinely want to thank you guys so much for being so amazing. You guys are subscribing faster than I can put out videos in this period. I don't know what happened. I think we tapped together into a wellspring of optimism and positivity, and it's manifesting. It's growing, guys, okay? I'm also filming this under the energy of the new moon in Sagittarius, conjunct the South Node in Sagittarius. So this is about attracting good luck by letting go. A paradox, right? But here we are. This is the spiritual lesson we're supposed to learn at this specific point in time. And I'm deeply humbled and I'm very happy to be your guide. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the Midnight Special movie. Have a look at it, guys. It's so gorgeous, but it's about a different form of love than the other groups were. This is about parental love, okay? So maybe there's something here, an additional message for you. I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. So let's start off first with the divine feminine energies that you might have selected in the previous readings. Let me know down in the comments if this is a match and if it resonates, okay? Okay, so in a previous reading, we have here Inanna. Okay, so if you chose group 4 right now, you are under the protection of goddess Inanna, and she is an ancestral energy, the goddess of the sky and heaven. Her affirmations are, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. So full, unapologetic, beautifully healing self-love, self-nurture, self-acceptance. And then, if you remember in a previous video, we paired this up with Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. Okay, so this is the combo that I have for you. The divine feminine energy is Inanna and Kuan Yin. And now let's see the divine masculine energies that we can pair them up with. So beautiful. The great teacher, and of course, Odin, psychic insight. So the great teacher's affirmations are, learn from spiritual experiences. And Odin is here to let you know that your third eye is open. See the truth for what it is and follow your intuition. So this is my group that I think you've been through so much. I know a lot of people that are on my channel, much like myself, you've had a lot of things that happened to you in your life. You had to endure, to overcome, to prove self-mastery over your lower needs, over your lower desires and behaviors throughout time. It's been effort, it's been spiritual growth, it's been rising into your confidence and self-esteem, and it hasn't been easy. It's been difficult. It required your full concentration, your effort, attention to details, and it required you to move from a mental mindset to one in which you are allowing your intuition to guide you. You're making decisions based on signs you're seeing, on the dreams you might be having, on feelings, gut feelings that you are getting when you are around certain people's energies. And as I'm saying this, the hair on my left hand is rising. Unbelievable. This is a clear indication to me, following my own intuition at the moment, that spirit is present. And spirit is strongly present in your life. I feel this is my pile, guys, as well. So if you've chosen this, hello, Soulfam. Yeah, finally, I can identify my own group in this series because for a while it wasn't evident to me. But see, this is the journey. You feel something, you go along with it, you try to remain open and curious to what it needs to tell you. 4:44, as I looked at the recording time. And as you're going along with it, the answers come about. Yeah, I think I've described it many times in my previous readings. It's that feeling that you are walking through a fog on a lake and there is no path. The path is being created as you are walking through the fog, but you need to have that mindset of bravery and commitment to working with the unknown that makes you feel like you can generally walk through the fog without feeling fear, without feeling that you might hit your head on something. And I also feel like as you're walking on this path, it's being like created by unseen forces, you know? It's almost as if you're walking on a lake, you're trying to cross a lake, and there is no bridge. The bridge is being formed as you are walking. Does that make sense? I hope that helps, for lack of a better metaphor. So let's see. By the way, these are the energies that you can call upon. You can summon Kuan Yin, and you can summon Inanna or Odin or the great teacher to help you manifest new love in your life, or to help you with removing any obstacles that you might experience in a love connection at the moment, okay? So this is my intention with these gods and goddesses. They are meant to be your spiritual guiding team. For those of you that are struggling to understand who might these hidden forces be in your love life, okay? Let's find out right now what the additional tarot and oracle cards have to say about your sensual healing. So we have here the Six of Wands, victory, emerging out of the shadows victorious. So I'm hearing that a lot of you are just, you're done. You are done with the karmic setbacks. That's not to say that your life is going to be all smooth and peachy, but I have a feeling that you work through the major milestones, karmic milestones that you had to work through in this current lifetime. And they have been tough and hard hitting because the universe wanted you to evolve very quickly. It kind of pressured you very quickly to transform into a diamond, just like you pressurize coal and the molecules in the coal to actually create that beautiful diamond. So what do we have here as well? Wow, okay. The Knave of Water, the Page of Water. Somebody coming into your life, somebody kind of like very declaratively rushing in to be with you, to pick you up, to start something new with you. Because I guess this is the perfect energetic match at the moment. You're rising out of the shadows. You've completed a dark night of the soul, or potentially a couple of dark night of the souls. There can be more than one, guys. Yeah. And now as you're rising out of the darkness and you're open and you're brave and you are both vulnerable but strong at the same time, I feel that love is like shoom. It's like irresistibly drawn towards you. You cannot stop it. Beautiful. So the promise of a new romantic beginning is upon you. Let's see what else is healing for you. Gorgeous. Number 44, an additional Grandmaster number. And we have here home. So a feeling of being home. And you see that how the candle is reflected in this card. It looks like a firefly. This happened for group 1 as well. So there's a feeling of magic, of almost like things coming together mysteriously in hidden ways, secret ways. You're being protected, you're being blessed, you're being nurtured. So the sun is shining finally, and you're able to root into a place. So if you've been traveling a lot, not knowing where to belong, if you've been looking for your soulmate in different cultures, in different spaces, on different continents, and you're tired and weary and you just want to come and rest, this is what's happening for you right now. I think you're understanding that it is in this rest that you are able to reach into yourself, to accept yourself for who it is you really are, to be clear and transparent and truthful and compassionate. You're rising to the realization of your psychic powers as well, to your occult personality type. And you're able to just embrace it without fear, without mocking it, without making fun of yourself. You're able to just say, this is who I am. I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of chasing. I'm tired of pushing against life. I want to flow with life rather than against it. This is what's healing for you guys. This realization that life is just to be lived, that you already are acing life just by existing. You don't have to push, you don't have to fight, you don't have to search and chase. That searching came from a feeling of you not feeling happy with yourself, of you wanting to escape yourself and thinking that if you chase somebody else, it's like your life has meaning. But you already have meaning within yourself. You are already everything that you need to be. You just had to understand that. So all the setbacks, all the deep moments of despair were there just to help you understand that there is actually nothing to be desperate about. You are whole and complete just as you are. All you need to do is rest and allow things to just happen to you. I'm going to share something with you guys that I've realized recently on my spiritual development, mostly because I feel that this is my pile as well. So maybe in the future I will see this reading and blow my own mind with how accurate this reading might be. It happens sometimes, you know. I'm also really, really surprised at how these readings resonate. Even though I create them, I'm kind of detached from them because I create them with spirit. So most of the time, I'm not even aware of what is happening here. I'm just flowing with it. So I realized that the moments I created the more suffering in my life, or the most suffering in my life, were moments when I wanted to bring about results. I wanted to create something tangible, pragmatic, real. I wanted, you know, a result. I wanted to see something because I did not believe in the mystery of life. I did not trust. I did not put my faith out there into the unknown and go with the flow and allow things to just happen to me. On the contrary, I felt the pressure to just, you know, give an ultimatum to somebody, manifest something tangible. That's why, unfortunately, I got married too soon. That's why I had my heart broken. That's why I couldn't manifest a child, because things don't just happen when you force them. They can happen when you force them because free will is really strong. But you will have a lot of karmic challenges if you twist the hand of God before it is the right time for you to receive that reward. So you can get married, you can have a baby, you can succeed in your career, but if you do it only through your free will without co-creating with spirit, you will suffer throughout the whole process. You will have a child that will be very sick and you're going to have to take care of it. You will have a career that will be filled with envious people and you're going to have to fight your way through it. You will have a marriage that will be filled with deceit and illusions and you're going to have to fight through it. So you are manifesting from a place of fear. You think it's certainty. You think you're building at things, but that is just the devil energy deluding you into thinking you are the only creator in your life. And I'm saying this from the deep bottom of my life experience. And I had moments when my ego had to be deconstructed for me to understand that the best things that happened to me in life came completely out of the blue. Came when I was grateful, when I was feeling happy, and I kind of feel like crying because I believe in this so strongly, and 2020 highlighted this for me so strongly. When you trust, when you just go with the flow, yes, it might be painful to keep waiting patiently to fall in love, to keep waiting for somebody to, finally come and ask you to marry them, to keep waiting for the fruits of your labor to pop up. But when they do, it's like everything fits exactly as it should and everything feels exactly as it should. Case in point, I've always wanted to own a pet, and this year my cat manifested out of the blue on an equinox. I always wanted it. I nurtured that desire, but I didn't push. I allowed things to happen, and they happened. And now I have a really beautiful counterpart, and she's perfect in every way, and she's healthy, and she makes my life super happy. And that's just with one cat. But imagine with other things, important things like purchasing a home, or getting married, or having a baby, or even having your first orgasm and your first time making love. It can be something smaller, it doesn't have to be that grand. Don't push. Allow things to happen, flow with them, because when you flow, your patience is going to be rewarded by putting you in a situation that will be replenishing itself with love and optimism and good luck. If you push, you're creating that karmic suffering that will constantly replenish itself with fear and tests and effort and the feeling that you have to fight at everything that you have gathered in your life. So unclench yourself, unclench your muscles, and have faith and trust. And I think this is what's healing for you, as it's been healing for me, group 4, because we're part of the same soul family. You guys could be light workers as well. And you rose you rose into the realization of your light worker role because you had to face your shadow self. You had to meet your ego face on and work through it, distangle it. Sometimes it felt like disentangle it. Sometimes it might have felt like meeting your ego is like meeting a dark force, like meeting the devil, or meeting something demonic within you. But that was meant to help you grow. It was meant to help you understand how powerful you are and how you can create heaven or hell for yourself here on earth based on your capacity to either trust or to demand things, to make a fist around yourself, your heart, and the world, or to open it up and allow the lotus flower, the flower of enlightenment, to bless you. In time, when you are ready, everything will come to you as it should, and you will be constantly in awe at how beautiful what the universe is giving you is, how it fits with you, how it's like reflecting a deep, loving part of yourself. Trust me, true story here. Wait for the right moment. That's what's healing for you. So let's see the other cards. Protection, set personal boundaries. As you are waiting, you need to protect your energy because you're nurturing this inner motor of love and optimism. You're shining. And as you are shining and spreading out this white light of the divine, as you're connecting with the divine and nurturing this connection, you could be attracting the ego of other people. The ego that says, we are not working on ourselves. How dare you work on yourself? So you have to be very discerning in who you allow in your environment as you are inspiring other people, as you are working to grow and expand, and as you are rising out of the shadows victoriously, rather than allowing the shadows to rule over your life, as some people decide to do, because it comes easier to give in to the shadows. It's harder to trust. It's harder to have faith. So we have here as well, oh my God, have faith in your dreams. Yeah. So the waxing crescent moon. This shows a cycle of the moon that is growing. Have faith in your dreams. I don't even need to interpret that. It is there. It is explaining everything that you need to know in this period. Have faith in your dreams. They will manifest. They might not manifest by the timeline that other people impose in your life. Maybe your parents want you to get married by the age of 30. Maybe your friends are saying you're just 16 or 17 and you're not, you haven't had sex, what's wrong with you? Don't listen to them. Although I really hope that if you're 16 or 17, you're not watching this series because it's 18 plus, okay guys? But even if you're older, maybe you're 22 and you're a virgin and you're wondering what's wrong with me, nothing. It's just that your reward is taking a bit longer because other things need to fall in place. Okay, the person that needs to come into your life to share that intimate moment with you is not yet ready as well, okay? You both need to be ready in order for something to manifest that is related to a connection. Both aspects need to be fine-tuned to each other. You both need to be on the same level. And the divine is working to orchestrate that, but don't push it because you run the risk of interfering with that divine process and creating a lot of suffering for yourself. Invisible, number 16. So I feel that you have to really heal this part of yourself that is saying that you're missing out on something, that is saying that, if I don't have this and that, and if I don't tick some things out of my bucket list, then I don't exist, that I'm not worthy, that I am forgettable, or, people can't remember me, I have no legacy, I'm leaving nothing behind. It could happen that your legacy can come about very, very quickly. Take the example of the actor Hugh Grant, who waited such a long time to have children, and then all of a sudden, in the span of just 2 to 3 years, he had like 3 or 4 children that just popped up. One of them not even knowing that it was from a previous connection. So all of a sudden, the universe is going to give you the rewards when there is a favorable transit, when karma has been released, when the bond has been severed But up until then, you are meant to work on yourself and meant to work through these fears of feeling like you're invisible, of feeling like you're not worthy enough. You're meant to protect your light as you're rising into the awareness that you are this bright light for other people in your environment. And of course, you are meant to have faith in your dreams, yeah? As the great teacher is holding the divine here, you're meant to do the same. Nurture that beautiful connection with the divine, because it will bless you. It will keep blessing you on and on and on. And the final, oh God, I really hate this card. It's been popping up so many times, but here it is. You know, this is what you need to know and what you need to hear. And I need to step out of my ego regarding this issue and present it to you as I see it. So what is healing for you on a sexual level is clinginess, okay? It says here, give me some space. So I feel like some of you in personal relationships, you tended to merge with your partner to such an extent that you forgot who you were. You are so dedicated or devoted to your partner, or you might have this tendency, even if you haven't been 22-22, union, cooperation, collaboration. So you might really prize harmony in personal connections to the detriment of your own needs. So you are being separated from others until you understand that true love and caring for other people means that you need to give back to yourself as well. You need to take good care of yourself in order to take good care of others. Just like a mother that wakes up in the morning, she feeds herself, she clothes herself, she washes herself so that she is ready, strong, and able to take care of her children, feed them, care for them, play with them, teach them. Or a father, okay? I'm not gender discriminating here. Parenting care is loving if it comes from either of the two parents, okay? But there is a sense here that you need to first give to yourself and then give to others. And this is the lesson you've been learning, and this is what's been healing for you, my love. So, wow, this has been such a powerful reading. I could feel my sacral chakra kind of clenching as I was reading for you. I do hope that you're able to do some sacral chakra meditations. I'm also working on my sacral chakra in this period, and I really hope that this series helped in some way heal any energetic hang-ups that you might have had. And maybe it brought you some clarity and some reassurance that you are so protected and you are so loved, and you know, you don't need to achieve things by the timeline of other people's egos. Achieve them by your own spiritual timeline, and you will not fail, okay? You are victorious, and you're emerging victoriously out of the shadows. So I really hope that this reading helped. Thank you so much. If you just watched this video, thank you. If you watched the entire series, I really hope it helped. Thank you as well for listening, and hope to see you in my next one. I always feel a bit teary when I have to end things, but they have to complete. So I'm sending out the series and its final installment with so much light and so much love. May it help you, may it serve you. God bless.